hyperdynamic poetry, hyperdynamic physics. We're dealing with the dropping of the bomb, 1945, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, opening of the portals, the vortexes. When Wonder came to, after he went into a coma after the truck hit him in the head, he was temporarily deprived of his senses of smell and taste. Besides significant facial wounds, he learned he suffered a bruise on the brain. He thought about plastic surgery, then decided against it. I just let it be one of the scars of life I went through, he said years later. I remember we left, and you're never supposed to leave the scene of an accident, Wonder recalled in a 2004 interview. At the hospital, the doctors said that if they hadn't moved me, I would have died. At the local newspaper, a police reporter was dumbstruck to learn that the accident had involved an internationally famous R&B singer. Pardon my French, he said, but who the hell is Stevie Wonder? Why the 1948 flatbed? Some 15,000 people attended the August 6, 1948 ceremony in Hiroshima, the atomic bomb dome, which survived the attack to become its symbol. So we see that the bombing was a way to open up a portal for souls, a communications portal throughout time and space. Proof was what happened to Stevie. That's why it's called the Master Blaster Jamming. It opens portals, creates communication vortex. The key is the name of the city they were near when the accident happened, being Salisbury. Now we go to that sign in England. We will come back here. So hold on. Salisbury is a cathedral city in Wiltshire, England, known for Stonehenge and the crop circles. The place of the wreck was Rowan Technical College, meaning something very technical is about to take place here. Stevie Wonder was now 23 years of age, about 3 months into this. This number 23 is a resonant number of Sirius, the Egyptian dog star. So we see the vibrations of Sirius in control here. His Innervisions album had just been released July 31st, 1973. It included a single, Higher Ground, a song whose lyrics spoke of a progression towards a higher spiritual plane through reincarnation. So he was taken out by the log falling off the truck, went into a coma, soul gone. So you see, it was a premonition he had while making the song he would die, but did not know why. He was programmed instant incarnation. He left and came back unto himself. Thus we have Master Blaster Jamming from the album Hotter Than July, dealing with Sirius constellation and the Mali, the Dogon tribe in Mali, etc. Wonder sat in the passenger seat of a 1973 Mercury Cruiser, a rental car from Hertz, and his 24-year-old cousin John Wesley Harris of New York drove them north on I-85. Note 85 equals 13, so we see the Maya calendar coming into play. Out of South Carolina on I-85. Wonder was sleeping, listening to the music Higher Ground from his album. As they approached Salisbury at 1:39 p.m., 9 plus 3 plus 1, 9 to 11, that's 13. You see that Maya calendar is there. At August 6, a sleeping Wonder was wearing headphones, and Harris, distracted by something, failed to notice that the flatbed truck ahead of them. The Mercury slammed into the truck's rear, and the bed of the truck shattered the windshield and struck Wonder a glancing blow in his head. Note that just like in Hiroshima, there was a bridge. Picture of the wreck, the 1973 wreck shows a bridge in the background. Okay, the building was originally designed by a Czech architect. It was completed in April 1915, and the new building was named the Hiroshima Prefectural Commercial Exhibit, HMI. This is the dome we're talking about now. It was formally opened to the public in August of that year. In 1921, the name was changed to the Hiroshima Prefectural Products Exhibition Hall, and again in 1933 to the Hiroshima Prefectural Industrial Promotions Hall. Having slightly missed the original target, the distinctive T-shaped bridge at 8:15 on August 6, 1945, the first nuclear bomb to be used against mankind, detonated almost directly above the dome. The actual center of the blast was 490 feet away and 1,968 feet above ground. The Kinbaku Dome was originally scheduled to be demolished with the rest of the ruins, but the fact that it was mostly intact delayed these plans. As Hiroshima was rebuilt around the dome, it became the subject of controversy. Some locals wanted it torn down, while others wanted to preserve it as a memorial of the bombing. China had reservations regarding the confirmation of the memorial and the World Heritage Site, and the delegate of the United States to the World Heritage Committee disassociated himself from the decision. China cited the possibility that the monument could be used to downplay the fact that the victim countries of Japan aggression suffered the greatest loss of life during the war, while the United States claimed that having a memorial to the war site would omit the necessary historical content. You are now in tune on the one, the force itself. At this time, we call it the Master Blaster Jamming. Right quick here, note that Rick James died. Rick James, February 1st, 1948 born, died August 6, 2004. At that time, citizens of the cities passed by the Hiroshima Peace Memorial on their way to the memorial ceremony on August 6, 2004, when the prophet Rick James died. You are now in tune on the one, and Bob Marley, born on a 19 year, died on a 19 year, 2/6/1945. He was born and he died May 11, 1981. You are now in tune on the one, the force itself. At this time, we call it the Master Blaster Jamming, and we hope that we have showed you here the effects of the cause and effects of things on different levels. Peace.